Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season.
No!
You're not good over there?
No.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Damn. Oh, they smoking me. Oh, this nigga got hacks.
I think so.
What's up, bro? What's up? No.
I should watch these kill cams. I don't know. I just skipped that one. It was weird.
Watching this kill cam too.
I mean, I can't hear the game chat, but they were talking in there.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Alright, now that you get your guns and stuff, please.
I hate this game.
Obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
There's no other box station but that one.
They run it again with Chubb. And not too much going there.
Even Jerks fucking ragging on us though. We call him Joey. Fucked up.
And the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez.
That guy's backpack had 2 self-presses, drill charge, and like 3 oil gas canisters. What the fuck are those gas canisters? What are those for? What do people use those for?
Yeah, to refuel their car, man.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
I thought it was a stupid ass canister, like in war and dance.
Yo,
Light
son,
them.
I just got a notification that Dak Prescott's girlfriend just broke up with him. For fucking not making the Super Bowl. Niggas in the comments is like probably call him texting Brock Purdy.
They'll run here
with
Raheem Mostert.
Oh no, it is real, man. It's real.
Probably messaged her.
I did not. I hate Dak Prescott. I root for the man's downfall. I don't hate him, man. I root for the man's downfall. He's a cowboy, man. Got it.
These negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of.
Why don't you like the Cowboys?
Because I'm an Eagles fan, man. Fuck the Cowboys.
On 2nd and 12, Tua.
You can be an Eagles fan without hating the Cowboys.
Oh, you can't.
You gotta.
You can. It's a division rival. You gotta hate them. Man. Them dudes is dirty. They hate each other.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to
hate each
deliver.
other.
And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Are you gonna climb that?
Tap this forward on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage on the play back.
How can you still see me?
Yo,
bro,
watch the kill cam. Watch the kill
still
cam.
see me?
Watch the kill cam, bro.
Touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that.
Yo,
one.
are these guys cheating?
Kind of play.
Oh no, he has clear shot at me.
Dude's
Dude's on top of the fucking sign. Nobody's shooting at him.
Really
Look at this
nice
dude.
job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a horrible fucking game. I didn't even get to play.
Man,
Get the there.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Tua gonna throw. Swings this out here for Cohen. They find some open field here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Mostert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Yeah, Phil asked if we got a spot.
On the bootleg here.
Yo, Chris. Phil asked if we got a spot, so.
Who Phil?
Filthy.
Wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And he asked him.
Good coaching and execution.
He just messaged me from Activision.
This close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job.
You showing him anyway?
Yeah.
And decided to throw it away.
You might have played with Phil. You might have played with Phil.
Phil's out with top 3. Oh, yeah.
They'll run with Mostert.
Who's top 3?
He'll keep working toward that end zone.
You feel Jay?
Soon to find out, but it's
whatever.
Oh, shit. I gotta drink some water after that one. Oh, shit. I beat Jay one-on-one. You saw that live. I got a nuke in Modern Warfare. You never got one. And Phil is good, but I got a higher win percentage.
Why do you keep saying I don't have a nuke in Modern Warfare?
Because you don't. It doesn't say you have one.
Oh, if you go check kills, it says 31. I have 31 kills. 31 kills.
It doesn't count when you're playing infected with shotgun. And everybody else is running.
Who said I was playing infected? It doesn't help when you fucking you sell your teammates and pick up their gun and let them force other people die.
I didn't pick up their gun. I had a riot shield protecting the downstairs of the building.
Not talking about your nuke. Yo, Justin, let me tell you this shit that this motherfucker NKP.
I know my nuke was fine. My nuke was awesome.
I'm playing multiplayer. I'm working on camera. We're not even fucking. But I happen to be on like a 20-something kill streak at this point.
Why'd this guy leave?
I'm like, oh shit, I'm on like a 22, so I'm getting kills. I'm on a 25 knock. 26, 27. The guy says, where you at? Where are you at? I'm in the corner building. Why? Why? This guy comes into my building with a riot shield and sits at the bottom of my stairs and took like 7 of my kills down there, bro. So then, mind you, I'm not paying attention. This just says, time's almost up, guys. You know, the announcer, I had like 30 seconds left.
I didn't get 7 kills. I had like 3 kills, bro, working on my cameras.
I needed 3 kills. I'm at 27. I bet I'm gonna get the last 3 kills. I get killed immediately, bro.
Oh,
immediately.
No, I protected him. He was shooting out the window. I was protecting him. I was protecting him, bro. He was upstairs. I was protecting the guy.
Can you send Phil an invite? I'm gonna join him.
I did. I sent Phil an invite.
Unable to join because it's no longer available.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
This guy Curry something else. And then fucking, I got the shit damn near when the fucking game cycle ended. I was playing
He's making it up. He's making it up. He never got one, man. He got one in infected. You never got a.
You got yours in infected.
Mine happened live, dude.
Nope,
mine happened live, real time.
You got yours in infected.
Mine happened. I have a clip of mine, dude.
You got yours in it. I got a clip of mine too.
Show me.
Show me yours. We both can play this game.
Here, I got you. I ain't got a clip, but I got a picture.
This guy fucking got his shit in infected.
No,
what up, Phil?
Tell Phil to join party chat.
Oh, we're in the party chat. Can you join?
No, he's not in this party.
We gotta go to Bumfits.
Dolphins bring on an extra
no, bro. This shit's horrible. Go to Bumfits.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And I don't think he got there.
When you make the turn?
He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st and 10, Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Dolphins at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Slot man moves right. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Working with a 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 1st and 10. It's Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. Jalen Waddle, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Extra point, and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. To throw is Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 38, Watson. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
No surprise there. Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, Mostert fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So maybe not a knockout there, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That ball is caught. Mark Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 74 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Watson, the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he comes back with one complete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And he gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need to find. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. Inside the 20. this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready?
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on.